Alright, so today's date is October 9th, 2023. This is Spike the Third's results for his water. They look pretty good overall. I'd say pH is in the mid sevens, it looks like. Should probably be around 6.5, 7 or so. So maybe just the hair high. Nitrates, they look like they're around maybe 40 parts per million. Pretty decent. Nitrite looks to be 0, which is excellent. Ammonia looks to be 0 as well, or between 0 and 0.25 parts per million, which is still good. So that is Spike the Third's results right now. And I'll be doing a full, or I should say 50% water change, and I'm going to do some pool filter sand, really fine sand. So take some of the rocks out and change it up a little bit in his enclosure. So okay, so this is the alligator snapping turtle tank. It looks like I have nitrates somewhere around, I would say 30 parts per million. pH is about the same as the snapping turtle tank, probably in the mid sevens it looks like. Nitrites, let's see here. Nitrites are 0, so that's good. And ammonia is like 0. So very, very similar to the snapping turtle tank. They both have very similar water. So that is that update. So I changed up the alligator snapping turtle tank. This is now the new setup. Everything's in the same place, but there's 2 differences. One, I lowered the water level. Just from watching them, they just don't need a lot of water. So I did make more of a high side on the left, and then it gets deeper as you go right. The other big change I made is I added pool filter sand, and I added more of it inside the big log cave because they love to dig in and hang out in that log cave. I kind of agitated the sand as I was cleaning this tank. Took quite a while, but it is pretty perfect right now. Kind of mixed in the regular play sand with the pool filter sand to give it a cool look. And interestingly enough, after agitating all the sand, the pool filter sand still found its way to the top. So you have basically that 1/2 inch plus, almost 3/4 of an inch of pool filter sand above the play sand. So this is the current setup right now for this tank. They are inside that log. That's their favorite place to hang out. So that is the update for the alligator snapping turtles. And I also kind of added a bunch right in that middle area there because they love to sit in between this clump of grass and then this log structure. They like to hang out underneath that log structure. So I kind of blocked it up on a rock so that they find a bunch of areas in there that they can lure from. So that is the setup right now on this tank. Here is the update on the juvenile common snapping turtle, Spike the Third. So this tank is not as clear right now. I did the exact same cleaning regimen as I did to the alligator snapping turtle tank, but this one, it just hasn't come back as clear. This is the day after I cleaned these tanks, by the way. So I did the same thing to this tank because he loves to kind of bury himself into that sand. And that little kind of hole he's sitting in that he dug out, he did that. So, yep, I'm looking at you, Spike the Third. So, same thing with this one. I don't have as much sand in this one, but I have enough that he can dig in and get comfortable. So, that is the setup for Spike the Third. He is right here.